Okay, back on the bench with this time a Kenwood ka3700. The customer is the same customer, and he wants me to check this one. He's saying that when he powers it on, there's kind of a loud pop on his speakers, and there would be, because this receiver or this amplifier has no relay. So until you charge up the main capacitors on this, you are going to feel, or you're going to hear some noise on the speakers. He's saying it's quite loud, and the speakers go in a lot. He may be drawing 2 to 3 volts on here until the capacitor are charged up, and then the amplifier calms down again and goes back to 0 voltage. And I believe that that's what he's hearing. Am I able to repair that? I don't know. But one thing that I can do is I can check the capacitors on here and see if they are healthy enough to continue on with this amplifier. If these capacitors are healthy, I don't need to change them, then you kind of have to live with this issues that you have. And it's not really an issue, that's how it was made. But the main thing you can do with this is turn off your speakers, power it on, let the capacitor or the main capacitor, 2 of them, charge up, then it calms right down, and then you can put your speakers back on. That would be eliminating your pop that you hear all the time if you're kind of worried about your speakers. And I can see people would be worried about their speakers. But anyways, I've got it hooked up. Here, I'll show you. I'll bring it closer. Now this is the amp right here. It's turned off. I've got the speaker hooked up to it. Okay. Obviously it's still off. I've got this on DC voltage, and I'm going to power this on, and you guys are going to hear a pop or some noise on the speakers on this. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. You see it? It actually went up to about 5 volts. Let's do a maximum here. That 4 DC volt, this is DC voltage, eh? As the capacitor charges up, you're going to get some DC voltage on your speaker terminal. You're going to hear that, on your speakers. And you'll notice that once the capacitor has charged, this thing is going back to 0 voltage, eh? I've got 36 millivolts on the left channel. This is absolutely perfect. Okay. So it's just an example of how this is working. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Joe, change all these capacitors and it's going to help. I'm telling you, it's not going to help this. This has no relay. You power this on, you're going to hear some noise in the speakers. But like I said, the capacitor charges up, and then it calms back down, goes back to a 0 DC voltage on the speaker terminal. But I told the customer that I would open this up. I will check if the capacitors are healthy enough to continue on the journey with this amplifier. Okay, if you guys are ready for this, we're gonna go right to work. Okay, let's get to it. Damn. Battery's dead. I'll have to charge this. So we'll do the rest by hand, I guess. Here we go. open this up. This Kenwood is fantastic. It's wide open. Not a big transformer, so we're probably not pushing a whole lot. But here is my power supply is right here. These are the capacitors that I'm talking about. They need to charge up. Until they charge up, you may have some DC voltage on your speaker terminal. But it's completely normal because there's absolutely no relay on this. So, but anyway, this right here would be my phono stage. We will check a couple of capacitors on this. I see some orange ones, you see it. And I've got a couple of capacitors. There's really nothing to this amplifier. It's a beautiful amplifier. Here, I'll bring you guys closer. This is my power amp right here. Look at my outputs. But, you know, this thing is working really great. I do see some orange capacitors on there. We'll check those. Same with the phono stage right here. I will be checking these capacitors. And probably, I didn't hear any noise on these pots. But there's only 2 switches. Really, a really nice little amp. I really like this. Nothing too complicated. Alright, okay, so we'll get to work with this. Yeah, those caps are still good. Nice. There is a little window here that I can take out. And there it is. This was worked on before. So we'll have to take this front plate out, and we shall. Let's do this. Starting off with this one. Okay guys, I finally put the Kenwood 3700 back together. I had all these boards all apart. There is also a capacitor attached to the power switch, the on and off switch. It's a 103 nanofarad, and I've measured it and it's bang on as well. It filters out the noise when you power the unit on, and it's working as it should as well, so that's not the issue. 99% of the capacitors on there were showing that they were still good. I think there was 4 capacitors that I've changed. They were the orange ones. They were kind of high on the ESR. I've actually checked filter capacitors in it. They're also checking perfect. So enough. While I had it all out, I've cleaned all the pots and the switches, and I've put it back together. But anyways, we're here to try it. Okay, so I heard some noise. It did go up. You've seen the scope. So this is what we're getting. It's a lot smoother than the first time that I tried it. Again, we're going to try this. Power this on. Yeah, it goes up to about 4 volts. But then soon after these capacitor charges up, the voltage goes down to 0. And this is perfectly normal for this type of amplifier. But all in all, everything is working great on this. So I'm going to do a sound test. I'm going to hook it up on the scope, and we'll see how powerful this is. We'll check the equal of left and the right channel, see how equal they are, and we'll see how many watts per channel I'm getting with this. Okay, well, I want you closer. Here we go. You've got the scope on there, and there's 1,000 hertz. There it is. So I'm just going to mute this, put this on 8 ohm load, and here we go. Right now I'm at half, and half is pretty equal. I'm at, it's not even measuring half for some reason. There, it appeared. So I'm going to max this up all the way up. I am measuring 14.8. I'll take you closer to this. There, both my channels are equal. I'll play with the balance here in 2 seconds. Where's my balance on this? Oh, there's my balance. My balance is working good. Okay, and I have this on max right now, and it's at 14.8. Both channels are equal. You can tell right there. So there you have it. The Kenwood ka3700 has been fully serviced. I've checked the DC voltage before and after. They have not changed. Everything stays the same. Anyways, I'm going to put the top back on, and we'll go on the next video. If you like the video, thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it.